34. The Book of Stories. Book of Stories, The Faith of Lumen. Introduction. In the essence of Lumen, the light of existence connects us all, reminding us of our shared journey. These modern tales reflect the struggles and triumphs of our everyday lives, illustrating how our faith illuminates the path forward. Story 1. Shining Through Doubt. In a bustling city, Mia felt lost amidst the noise and chaos. Overwhelmed by anxiety, she often hid in her apartment, letting fear dictate her life. One evening, she stumbled upon a community gathering where St. Testis spoke passionately about courage. "Fear is a shadow," she said, "but within you lies a light that can banish it." Inspired, Mia decided to face her doubts head-on. She joined the community, sharing her story and finding strength in unity. Together, they transformed the fear into empowerment, and Mia discovered her own light. Moral: when we confront our fears, we illuminate our path. Story 2. Acts of Kindness. In a neighborhood facing neglect, the gardens had withered and the parks lay abandoned. Sam, moved by the plight of the community, remembered the teachings of Saint Evaria. He organized a neighborhood cleanup and planting day. As they worked together, planting flowers and picking up litter, the community came alive with laughter and connection. In Furtus, the spirit of neglect tried to dampen their spirits, but the joy of their efforts thrived. With every seed planted, hope bloomed anew. Moral: small acts of kindness can rejuvenate both our communities and our spirits. Story 3. Healing Connections. During a local crisis, illness spread through the town, leaving many isolated. Inspired by Saint Urethra, Jamie decided to create a support network. She set up a group to check in on neighbors and deliver supplies to those in need. Toxica, the force of division, tried to instill fear, but Jamie reminded everyone that compassion is powerful. Through their connections, they shared resources and emotional support, and soon the community healed together, overcoming the isolation. Morale: healing begins with community and compassion. Story 4. Celebrating Creativity. In a school where creativity was stifled, students felt disheartened. Then Clara, inspired by Saint Clitoria, decided to organize an arts festival. She invited everyone to express themselves through art, music, and dance. Apathy loomed, whispering that no one would care. Yet as the day approached, excitement filled the air. The festival became a vibrant celebration of individuality, igniting joy and connection among students. Moral: embracing creativity can transform the mundane into something extraordinary. Story 5. Standing Strong Together. When a severe storm threatened their town, community leaders came together to support residents. Inspired by Saint Prostata, they organized an emergency response plan. They built shelters and shared resources. As the storm raged, Fragilis, the spirit of instability, whispered doubts. But the strength of their unity shone bright, and they weathered the storm together. In the aftermath, they rebuilt, stronger and more connected than before. Moral: in times of crisis, unity fosters resilience. Story 6. Embracing Our True Selves. In a world where social media often pressures conformity, Alex felt the weight of expectations. Inspired by Saint Phalosa, he began to embrace his unique identity, sharing his journey online. As he opened up about his struggles and triumphs, Listless, the spirit of indifference, tried to silence him. Yet his authenticity resonated with others, creating a community of support and acceptance. Together, they celebrated diversity, proving that authenticity enriches us all. Moral: embracing our true selves inspires others to do the same. St. Testis, the journey of courage. In a small village overshadowed by fear, there lived a young man named Eli. He often felt paralyzed by anxiety, particularly when facing the challenges of daily life. One evening, as he sat beneath the sturdy oak tree, he prayed to St. Testis for strength. Inspired by Testis's teaching on courage, Eli resolved to confront his fears. The next day, he took a deep breath and approached the village council to share his ideas for community improvement. As he spoke, he felt the warmth of Testis's presence, reminding him that courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it. As Eli shared his vision, he noticed a shift in the crowd. They began to nod, inspired by his passion. When he finished, they applauded, and a few even offered to help implement his ideas. Through this experience, Eli learned that by overcoming his cowardice, he could inspire others to join him on the path of resilience and growth. Quote, "Courage is the strength to rise when fear whispers to retreat." Saint Testis, Saint Ovaria, the gift of nurturing. Lila was a devoted mother who often felt overwhelmed by the demands of her family. One day she noticed her children were increasingly withdrawn and distant. Remembering the teachings of Saint Ovaria about nurturing, she decided to take action. She created a nurturing environment at home, where everyone felt safe to express their feelings. Inspired by Ovaria's gospel, Lila began family dinners where each person could share their day, fostering connection and understanding. She also prioritized self-care, ensuring she was emotionally present for her family. As a result, her children began to open up, sharing their struggles and joys. Lila realized that by nurturing herself, she could better nurture her family. She found joy in creating a supportive space, reinforcing the essence of Ovaria's teachings on love and care. Quote, "To nurture is to create a sanctuary where love can grow." Saint Ovaria, Saint Eurythra, the power of forgiveness. Once in a bustling city, there lived a man named Amir, who held onto resentment after a betrayal by a close friend. He often felt burdened by anger, which clouded his joy. One night, he prayed to Saint Eurythra, seeking clarity and peace. Recalling Eurythra's teachings on forgiveness, Amir realized he needed to let go of his grudges. He decided to reach out to his friend and express his feelings honestly. As he spoke, he felt a weight lifting off his heart. Eurythra's guidance led him to understand that forgiveness was not about excusing the past, but freeing himself from its grip. Through this act of forgiveness, Amir not only healed his own heart, but also rekindled a meaningful friendship. He learned that by embracing the flowing river of emotions, he could navigate through pain toward healing and renewal. Quote, "Forgiveness is the river that washes away the burdens of the heart." Saint Eurythra, Saint Clitoria, the joy of intimacy. In a lively town, two friends, Maya and Jake, felt their bond weakening due to life's distractions. Maya, feeling disconnected, remembered the teachings of Saint Clitoria about intimacy and shared joy. She decided to plan a weekend retreat to reconnect. During the retreat, Maya encouraged open discussions about their lives, hopes, and fears. They engaged in activities that fostered closeness, such as cooking together and stargazing. Inspired by Clitoria's gospel, they celebrated their friendship, appreciating the beauty of their connection. As they shared laughter and stories, they reignited the spark of intimacy that had dimmed. By embracing vulnerability, they strengthened their bond, realizing that true joy lies in shared experiences and open hearts. Quote, "Intimacy is the dance of two souls celebrating their unique rhythms." Saint Clitoria, Saint Prostata, the strength in vulnerability. Sophia was a young leader in her community, but struggled with self-doubt. She often felt insecure, fearing that her ideas would be dismissed. One day she reflected on Saint Prostata's teachings about embracing vulnerability. Determined to overcome her fears, Sophia shared her vision for a community project at a local meeting. As she spoke, she allowed herself to be vulnerable, expressing her genuine passion and concerns. The audience responded with empathy and support, inspired by her courage to be authentic. Through this experience, Sophia discovered that true strength comes from being open and honest. She learned to balance her leadership with compassion, fostering an environment where everyone felt valued. Prostata's wisdom guided her to embrace her vulnerabilities as a source of empowerment. Quote, "In vulnerability lies the true essence of strength and connection." Saint Prostata, Saint Philosa, igniting passion. Leo was a talented artist who had lost his creative spark. Feeling stagnant, he turned to Saint Philosa for inspiration. Remembering Philosa's teachings about passion, he decided to reignite his love for art. Leo set aside time each day to experiment with new techniques and materials. He allowed himself to create without judgment, channeling his emotions into his work. Inspired by the bright flame of Falosa, he found joy in the act of creation itself. As he painted, Leo felt a renewed sense of purpose and excitement. His artwork began to reflect his vibrant spirit, drawing the attention of others. He learned that passion fuels creativity and that by embracing his artistic journey, he could inspire others to follow their dreams. Quote, "Passion is the flame that ignites the soul's deepest desires." Saint Falosa. Conclusion. These stories illustrate the profound impact of the saints' teachings on everyday life. Each saint, through their struggles and triumphs, embodies the virtues necessary to overcome challenges. By reflecting on their experiences, we can draw strength and guidance from their Gospels, illuminating our own paths toward the lumen.